All right, it's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know what it is. Let's get right into it. Your boy is now a registered voter, and I'm proud of it. Now, I don't like labels, so when it got to the part where they asked me what did I want to join, whether it was, I believe, independent, Democratic, Republican, working party, and there was actually other where you could have no party, or there was other and then there was no party. I struggled with that one. I was saying to myself, don't pick a label. But then I thought about my life and I thought about where I come from. I'm straight out of Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. People get so hung up on where you're from and don't think I don't know. I'm a 49-year-old Puerto Rican man. You're talking about a kid who heard Rapper's Delight when he was 5 years old in his cousin's birthday party and fell in love with rap. I was a little on the fence about what I should do. When you live on Ralph between Putnam and Jefferson and well, I was born in 76, but I started to realize things around 3 years old. So I would say by like 1979, I started to realize what was going on around me to a certain degree. By 1980, 1981, as I'm getting older, I'm seeing everything that's going on. My father was a number runner, you know, but he was more than just a number runner. My father came from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, when he was 5 years old. Now, he had to learn the language, so he had a barrier while going to school. He made it to the 11th grade, but when you're fighting, not when you're trying to not let the fact that you didn't know the language. I don't want to make excuses though. He just didn't graduate. He got into the streets. The rival gang caught him and they hit him up. You know what I mean? Poked him out. I think he ended up getting hit up like 17 times. You know what I'm saying? So he started to clean up. He started to straighten out and he ended up becoming, he actually got off of drugs and became the director of a drug program where he met my mother. Now, there was a conflict there because she was addicted and he was actually the director of the treatment center. Because of the confliction, he left his job and married my mother. They went on to live happily ever after, if you believe happiness is family, and I do. And they went on to be together without cheating on each other, never betraying each other. My father passed while he was married to my mother. I believe it was 25, 26 years. And then my pops got sick from diabetes. There's no problem with me saying I'm a Democrat. I just didn't really know yet. But at the end of it all, I checked the Democrat box. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. It's your boy Spank Dog, man. Big shout out to Bushwick. Big shout out to Ridgewood, Queens. And it is what it is. I'm a Democrat. If I said I wasn't a Democrat, I would probably be lying. So like I didn't want it to be where I am that and I'm saying I'm not that. But I just don't like labels. I'm not with no separatism. I am about unity. There's people out there that spew the illest nonsense. So I don't understand. Like as I sit and watch some of the far right Republicans talk, it's like the Peanuts teacher. I'm not even trying to be funny. For you guys who are familiar with Charlie Brown and the Peanuts, they have a teacher, and when she talks, I don't know if it's because they have a hard time locking in on what she's saying, but to them it sounds like, or because I don't think she's actually saying womp womp, but that's where womp womp comes from, And to the kids, she sounds like womp 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 womp. Now that's how the Republicans sound to me. More so the far right extreme Republicans, they're like Karens. They call the male version of a Karen a Kevin. And that's what it is to me. The thing that you need to know is while I was coming up, I had a run with the streets, like my pops. I didn't do it because of that. It just was what it was. And before I used to think I used to have to come up on YouTube and tell you guys all the wild stuff I've been through. I don't want to do that. I don't want people to be impressed with me because I've done a lot of things that people would consider beyond wild. I want people to mess with me because of my ethics, because I really don't want to do anything that's wrong. All right, guys, I just came back from voting for the first time in my life. You know what I mean? Gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm not, I'm not swayed by anybody. When I was younger, I used to care what people think. I don't care what nobody thinks right now. I'm on my Bed-Stuy bull, you know what I mean? But it feels good to vote, man. Like I said, I would have voted before, but it's like I said, my upbringing, where I came from, how things went. I don't want to put blame for me not voting for so long on anybody or anything. But I just want people to understand that I'm not just somebody who just randomly just decided to pop up at 49 years old and vote for the first time. I had it rough. My pops died when I was early. I was brought up in a ill neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Bed-Stuy. And like I said, man, I just lived non-systematically for a long time. But it feels really, really good. Your boy Spank got his first vote in. The way things have been going, the way I see everything, I can't just sit idly by and not at least put my vote in. Then I'd be talking all this mess about, things gotta change. And how I'm not even registered to vote, and I'm talking about things gotta change. But put your vote in, you know what I'm saying? Anybody out there that the only reason you're not voting is just because it's you, it might not make sense, or you think you don't got the time, make the time, man. If you really care about change in New York City, in America, I can't put it like this. The results of the last elections, I can't handle the outcomes, and I'm here trying, Big shout out to everybody when y'all see this, and much love to everybody, and hopefully I made the right choice. I have a feeling y'all have a guess who I voted for, but I'll keep that to myself. I know that's the classy thing to do. It's your boy Spank Dog, man. I'm out of here. 1.